We're all here for the same reason, right? We've got dreams. We've got goals. We've got that burning desire inside us to achieve something more. But let's be honest. How many times have you started something with fire in your belly, only to fizzle out halfway through? How many times have you set a New Year's resolution that's forgotten by February? I see some nodding heads. It's okay. We've all been there. The truth is, it's not about wanting to achieve your goals. It's about staying focused long enough to actually get there. And that, my friends, is what we're talking about today. Focus. That laser-like concentration that allows you to cut through the noise, ignore the distractions, and keep your eyes on the prize. It's the superpower that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman named Sarah who dreamed of climbing Mount Everest. She was passionate, determined, and she had the physical ability. But Sarah had a problem, squirrel brain. She'd start training, get excited, then get sidetracked by a new hobby, a new relationship, a new shiny object. She'd be all in on yoga one week, then obsessed with learning to play the ukulele the next. Everest? It was always next year. Years went by and Sarah was still dreaming. She'd watched others, less talented, less physically fit, actually make it to the summit. What was their secret? Focus. They weren't distracted by the ukulele, the yoga, or the latest social media trend. They were focused on one thing: Everest. Sarah finally had her aha moment. She realized it wasn't about passion. It was about prioritization. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things. She created a plan, a roadmap to the summit. She broke down the massive goal of climbing Everest into smaller, manageable steps. She focused on one step at a time. She ignored the distractions, the temptations, the shiny objects. And you know what? She made it. She stood on top of the world, not because she was the most talented, but because she was the most focused. Now, how can you develop that kind of focus? First, you've got to define your goals. Be specific. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say, I want to launch my own business selling eco-friendly products by the end of the year. The more specific you are, the easier it is to stay focused. Second, break down those big goals into smaller, actionable steps. Don't try to climb Everest in one leap. Focus on base camp, then camp 1, then camp 2. Each small victory will fuel your momentum and keep you going. Third, eliminate distractions. Put your phone on silent. Close your email. Tell your family and friends that you need some focused time. Create an environment where you can concentrate without interruption. Fourth, and this is crucial, develop discipline. Focus is a muscle. It needs to be exercised. Start small. Maybe it's just 15 minutes of focused work a day. Gradually increase the time as you get stronger. Fifth, visualize your success. See yourself achieving your goals. Feel the joy, the pride, the sense of accomplishment. Visualization is a powerful tool for staying motivated and focused. Finally, and most importantly, be patient with yourself. You're not going to become a focus master overnight. There will be days when you get distracted, when you lose your motivation. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on track. Keep your eyes on the prize. Now, I want you to do something for me. Take out a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to write down your biggest goal. The one thing that, if you achieved it, would make the biggest difference in your life. Write it down right now. Okay, now break that goal down into 3 smaller actionable steps you can take this week. Write them down. Okay, champions, you've got your marching orders. You've written down your big goal, and you've broken it down into 3 smaller, actionable steps you can take this week. Now, let's dive deeper. Let's make these steps so concrete, so specific, that they're practically irresistible. Instead of just writing, "Work on my business plan," write down, "Spend 1 hour on Tuesday researching competitors for my eco-friendly product line." Instead of "Exercise more," write, "Go for a 30-minute run on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings." The more specific you are, the less likely you are to procrastinate. You've removed the ambiguity, the wiggle room for excuses. It's right there, black and white, waiting to be done. Now, look at those 3 steps. Which one is the most important? Which one will have the biggest impact on your progress? Circle it. That's your priority. That's the one you're going to tackle first. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus your energy on the most crucial step. Once you've accomplished that, move on to the next. And here's a little trick I use: time blocking. Schedule specific times in your day for working on these steps. Treat these appointments with yourself like you would treat a meeting with your most important client. Put them in your calendar, set reminders, and protect that time fiercely. No excuses, no distractions. Just you and your goals working in harmony. Now let's talk about distractions. They're like little gremlins whispering sweet temptations in your ear. Just check your phone, they say. Just scroll through Instagram for a few minutes. But those few minutes can turn into hours, and suddenly your day is gone and your goals are still just dreams. So you've got to be ruthless with distractions. Turn off notifications. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Tell your friends and family that you need some focused time. Create a distraction-free zone, a sanctuary for your productivity. And here's a crucial point. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes like the wind. Self-discipline, on the other hand, is a muscle you can build. Even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired or discouraged, you push yourself to take that next step. You show up for yourself, even when it's hard. And that's where the magic happens. That's where you start to see real progress. Remember Sarah, the woman who climbed Everest? She didn't wait for a surge of motivation to carry her to the summit. She trained consistently, day after day, regardless of how she felt. She built the muscle of self-discipline, and that's what got her to the top. So, I'm going to ask you again, what are your 3 steps? Have you scheduled time for them in your calendar? Have you eliminated distractions? Are you ready to commit to showing up for yourself, even when it's tough? I know you can do this. You have the potential inside you to achieve incredible things. You have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. All it takes is focus, discipline, and a commitment to taking action, one step at a time. Now go out there and make it happen. The world is waiting to see what you're capable of. Don't just dream it, do it.